Hello and welcome back to Newsmin. It's the 7th of December 2012 and right now it's time for a quick general gaming news update. In this episode we take a look at a little more of Dishonored's Dunwall City Trials before it's released next week, the first tiny bit of in-game footage of Godus, the mention of Path of Exile's upcoming Open Beta, a rather large StarCraft II Heart of the Swarm beta patch, that's 2.0.2 and more. Starting with the Dunwall City Trials, Bethesda have released a mouth-watering tease in the form of a trailer for the upcoming Dishonored DLC, the Dunwall City Trials. Along with this trailer, we were told to expect 10 diverse and rather difficult challenge maps, a new set of achievements and trophies, as well as a global online leaderboard that looks like a ton of fun. The action-packed trailer also features music from Dishonored fan, rapper and YouTuber Dan Bull. Check it out! Check it out right the heck now and be ready to test yourself on Tuesday. The link on your screens will open in a new window. Now the latest Design in Godus with Peter and Jack video, which is a series of videos covering the Godus Kickstarter, contains a world-first sneak peek at some real in-game footage of Godus. Not concept art, not renders, no! In-game footage! While it may have been recorded off-screen with a kind of shaky cam and it is merely a proof of concept work in progress extremely early in development look at the game itself, it already looks kind of promising and more importantly, it is definitely sticking with the style we saw in the concept art, the style I am extremely fond of. Anyway, in the video, Peter Molyneux walked around the office pestering his co-workers to get them to show us a little bit of land terraforming, a couple of god powers and a glorious battle. Now I just hope they follow through with trying to get a playable version of the game up and running before it's too late. Watch the video right here on YouTube to see all of it for yourself and find the Kickstarter page linked below. The best part of this entire thing, in my personal opinion, is Peter Molyneux's genuine enthusiasm and passion. You can't fake that. Now some Path of Exile news. The dark action RPG, currently in closed beta, is set to open the floodgates to the masses and go open beta on January the 24th, 2013. A recent post on the official site explained that while Grinding Gear Games believe they can have a build ready before the end of this year, they've decided that it's too dangerous to launch the open beta over the Christmas period and Southern Hemisphere summer holidays when many of their staff will be away. Hence, January. Perfectly reasonable, and the game surely is worth the wait for anyone that somehow doesn't know that yet. You can read more about the game over on the official site and check the full open beta announcement out below, which does contain a few interesting pieces of information, like the mention of more closed beta tester invites going out, the third act being available when open beta hits, and more. Enjoy. Last up in the bigger news before the small, StarCraft II Heart of the Swarm's beta patch 2.0.2. I won't be covering the full patch notes here. Instead, I'll just tell you that this was a big one, a really big one, that shifted a lot of big things around and will change the way the game is played in a pretty big way. Non-balance related additions include groups, unranked play, AI communication, tons of changes and improvements were made to the UI, leveling, graphics and physics and more. On the balance side of things, well, just look at the list. A complete redesign of seeker missiles, emergency thrusters for medivacs and much more. It does seem like a lot of the big community concerns about the game at the moment are in the process of being addressed, so that's great. If you're interested, you can find the full patch notes below. And then finally, if those patch notes weren't enough, have a look at a full post from David Kim discussing them, a blog post about groups and a situation report about the recent Wings of Liberty patch. All of that can, as always, be found linked below. Now, on to the smalls. First up, something that's not really gaming related, but still pretty cool. The Star Trek Into Darkness teaser trailer. Then it seems like BioShock Infinite has been delayed again, this time to March the 26th. The Last of Us could possibly be released in spring of 2013. Black Ops 2 has reached the $1 billion sales mark. The Halo series has sold 50 million copies to date. Guild Wars 2 is Time's #1 video game of 2012. Old school RPG Planescape Torment might well be heading to Steam soon. There's a Project Eternity update to have a look at that features some cool new art and renders. Final Fantasy IV is coming to iOS on December the 20th, and along with that, all the Final Fantasy games currently on iOS are on sale. Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition on iPad is now available for $9.99. The StarCraft II NASL Season 4 Grand Finals are happening this very weekend, and lastly, Brood War legend Jaedong has joined Evil Geniuses. That's it for this episode. Check back here soon for more. Like the video and do all that other good stuff, and most importantly, happy waiting for the Dunwall City Trials. Happy that.